Hi America. It is me, your president, Barack Obama. I am here in Jakarta, Indonesia to give you the latest on my lazy crazy hazy Asian trip and the progress that I have already made in New Delhi, cementing relations between the world's largest democracy with the world's oldest former democracy. Oops. I was not supposed to say that. Now, while I have been to Indonesia before, having lived there for 6 years when I was a child, this was my first trip to India. Let me just say this for the record, that I am not pissed off by discovering this is a land of vegetarians with no cheeseburgers. I just wish someone had told me, Michelle. But those veggie burgers are just fine. In a weird, Dennis Kucinich way. There was one awkward moment when SpiceJet founder Bhupendra Kansagra introduced me as, quote, a fellow Kenyan, end quote. I did get to dance with the Indian kids in celebration of Diwali. I guess I should have watched Salt Rain more as a kid. Totus enjoyed his debut at the Indian Parliament. The parliamentarians, or whatever they call themselves, marveled at the way the teleprompter of the United States kept me from saying something stupid like, "Where the hell are your cheeseburgers?" The Indians were happy when I said India should have a permanent seat on the United Nations. The Japanese and Germans were not. Did I say something wrong? Don't tell me that they expected me to push for permanent seats for them. I mean, that would mean kicking Lebanon or Gambia off the Security Council. Today I am in Indonesia. Michelle shook hands with a Muslim. I told her not to do that. He used a hand sanitizer afterward, just like George Bush did after he shook hands with me the first time. I see he has a new book out. I'll read it right after I finish reading Going Rogue. I am pretty backlogged on my book reading. The last book I read was The Audacity of Hope. I would like to meet its author someday. In Indonesia, I diced the construction of houses by the Israelis in East Jerusalem. I told the Indonesians that this kind of activity is never helpful when it comes to peace negotiations. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was pissed and he immediately threatened to pull out of negotiations. See what I mean? Well, it is prayer time. Gotta find my rug. I asked Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh how he thought my trip was going, and he said about as well as the last election.